Hey, how's it going everyone? MLT Magic Tricks here. So in this video, I'm going to be giving you a performance and a tutorial for this really impressive self-working card trick that is definitely going to amaze your spectators. But before we get into it, if you are new here to the channel, make sure you subscribe with those notifications on for more card trick videos like this. And if you enjoy what you see in this video, make sure you hit that like button. And now let's get right into the performance. Okay, so I'm sure you noticed this blue-backed card that's on the table. That is my prediction card, and we will get to it later in the performance. But for now, I'm just going to give the deck some overhand shuffles here, mixing up the cards. I will also give the deck a quick riffle shuffle as well. At this point, I'm going to need my spectator to choose a card from the deck. They can just call stop anywhere as I riffle down the side. So let's say my spectator calls stop right here. I will tell them, okay, we're going to go ahead and take the card from where you called stop, and it will be your selection. And I would just have my spectator look at the card for this trick. So I'm just showing you the card. Once my spectator has memorized it, I will tell them, okay, just keep your card face down on the table. We are going to get to it in just a second. But right now, I need 2 piles of cards, each containing 15 cards. So I'm just going to go ahead and deal these cards onto the table. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. We don't need the rest of the deck. We're just going to be using these 2 piles. From here, I would ask my spectator to cut each of these piles in half wherever they want to. They can just take the half and move it over to the side. So let's say they cut right there and right here. I will tell my spectator to take their card and place it on one of the 2 piles that's closest to them. So pretend my spectator's in front of me. They would place it on one of these 2 piles. So let's say my spectator places their card right there. And then I would ask them to take one of the 2 piles that's closest to me and place it on top. So let's say they take this pile and place it right on top of their card. From here, this is the part of the trick where we use my prediction card. So I'm going to keep it face down, and I'm going to place it right here on this pile that's closest to me. And we're just going to get my prediction card lost in with the rest of the cards just like that. Now, from here, with this pack of cards, I'm going to deal them one at a time into 2 piles on the table, just like this. And this is the part of the trick where my prediction card is actually going to help me find your selection, because remember, I did not see your card at the start, and it's just a completely random card. My prediction card there is going to help me find it. So we are really concerned with what pile my prediction card ended up in. So my prediction card is not in this pile here, as you can see. We don't need these cards. But the blue-backed card, my prediction card, is in this one here. So we're going to continue with this pile. We're going to do the same thing. We're going to deal the remaining cards here into 2 piles. And we're going to continue with the pile that has my prediction card. As you can see, it's right here. We're going to get rid of these cards. We're almost done here. We only have a couple more piles to deal. Just like this. You can see it's in the left pile here. We're going to get rid of these. One more time. 1, 2, 1, 2. We're going to get rid of these 2 cards. Now we are left with my prediction card and 1 red-backed card that my prediction card has found. And you will be completely amazed that my prediction card actually found your selection right here, the King of Clubs. Now that was pretty good, but I'm sure you'll be completely shocked that I actually knew your card was the King of Clubs the entire time, because check it out. My prediction card is also the King of Clubs. So guys, that is the trick. It's a really powerful self-working effect, and if you want to learn how to perform it, make sure you watch the tutorial. Alright, so I hope you guys enjoyed that performance. This is a really cool card trick that is quite easy to perform. You just need to memorize the steps, and the trick will work every time. So grab your deck of cards, and let's get right into the tutorial. The first thing you're going to do is take out a random card from your deck. In this case, I chose the King of Clubs. You're going to need to take out the same card from another deck, but make sure the other deck that you choose has a different colored back than the main deck that you're using. So I just took out a King of Clubs from this blue-backed Monarch deck, and that works fine. If you guys have blue and red bicycle decks, that also works great. So this is going to be your prediction card, and it is going to start off face down on the table. Make sure your spectator does not see the face of that card. And then the matching card that goes with the main deck that you're using, this is going to start on top, because you're going to be forcing this card onto your spectator as their selection in just a little bit later. So I'll explain that once we get there. But this is the setup. It's quite easy to make, and you're ready to start the trick. So you can go up to your spectator and tell them you're going to give the deck a shuffle. Just make sure you keep the card that you need right there on top. You can also, if you're a little bit more advanced out there, have your spectator shuffle the deck. So you just start off with that King of Clubs in the middle, Your spectator shuffles the deck completely to make it a no setup trick. When you get the deck back, you show them that all the cards here are different, everything's mixed up. You keep an eye as you're spreading through for that King of Clubs or whatever card you need, and you just keep a little break there like this. And then as you square up the deck, you literally just cut it right to the top, and that works just fine. So you can do that if you want to. It's obviously not required. With the card on top, you're going to force it onto your spectator. I did a slip force in the performance. I'll leave a link on the screen right now to me giving an in-depth tutorial on that move. But it's quite easy to do. You're applying pressure with your 3 fingers here on top of the deck. Your index is coiled on the back. You're riffling through wherever your spectator calls stop. You're lifting up the deck, but you're sliding off the top card right here, which is the card that you need to force. With those 3 fingers applying pressure on it, you will see in slow motion, the card slides off just like that. And you give them the card to look at, but you have just forced that King of Clubs. And if you do it, in normal speed, it's really invisible. Your spectator's not going to see what you're doing there. So after you force the card, you can do any force you want to with a card on top of the deck. You're just going to have them look at it. You obviously know the card, but it makes for a better effect if you don't see it. So just have your spectator look at it and tell them to place it face down on the table like that. At this point, you're going to explain to your spectator you need 2 piles of cards, each containing 15 cards. So you're going to deal 2 piles of cards onto the table, each containing 15. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. That's one pile. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Once you've done that, you get rid of the rest of the deck. You don't need those cards. You just need these 2 piles. So what you're going to do here is arrange the piles kind of in this vertical line like this. So you have 1 pile in front, 1 pile right behind it. So pretend for the tutorial here, my spectator is in front of me. That is how you're going to want to do it when you perform this trick. It just makes it easiest if your spectator is directly in front of you, because you're going to ask them just to cut these 2 piles in half and then bring the other pile right over. So they're going to cut each of these piles in half like this. Now you have 4 piles here, and they can cut it anywhere. Does not need to be an equal distribution of cards in each pile. So just keep that in mind. They can really truly cut it in half anywhere they want to. With these 4 piles, you're going to tell your spectator to take their card and place their selection on one of the 2 piles that's closest to them. So in this case, these are the 2 piles that are in front of me, and that's how it's gonna be when you perform the trick yourself. So just have them place it on either one of these 2. That's really important, that they place it just on either one of these 2, not one of the 2 that's closest to you. So they just say my spectator places the card on this pile, and then you're going to tell them to take one of the 2 piles that's farthest from them, just one of these 2 other piles that's closest to you as a magician, and just place it right on top. So it can be either one of the 2, it does not matter. At this point, once they have got their card lost in this little packet here, you are going to now go to your prediction card and tell them this is, a very important card. Just mention it as your prediction card. Keep it face down. You're going to place this card on the pile that's right in front of you here. So you're going to place it right here, and then you're just going to take the other remaining pile that's closest to them. And you're going to take it. Make sure this pile does not contain the one that has their selection in it yet. This is just the other pile. You're going to place it on top, and then get all these cards on the rest of the pack like that. So now you have this packet of cards. I hope those steps made sense. It's quite easy. So at this point, you're going to tell your spectator you're just going to deal the remaining cards in 2 piles. At this point, the trick is completely self-working, so I'll explain what I mean by that. You're just going to be dealing the cards off one at a time, and you're obviously going to see the indifferent card go down in one of the 2 piles. And you're basically going to be eliminating the pile that does not contain the card. So as you're dealing through, you're going to tell your spectator that prediction card is going to help me find your card. So you can tell them, okay, the prediction card, as you can see here, it is in this pile. Keep all these cards in order. You're going to discard the other pile here that does not contain your prediction card. You're doing the same thing, dealing the cards off one at a time into 2 piles here, just like this. Make sure you don't skip a card or anything like that. Tell your spectator, okay, we're going to get rid of this pile. It does not contain my prediction card. You're doing the same thing, dealing off one at a time, just like this, and get rid of these cards. You're going to do it one last time here. You're down to 4 cards only. 1, 2, 1, 2, and tell them, okay, we're getting rid of these 2 cards. That my prediction card is in this pile here. And now, guys, check this out. You will see the prediction card that has a different colored back. It found 1 card right here, which was the spectator's card that they chose at the start, but in reality, this was the card you forced. So you're going to tell them, okay, check this out. My prediction card found 1 card only. Boom, they will be completely surprised that it's their selection. And then for the kicker ending, you show them that your prediction card was the King of Flubs the entire time to match their selection. At that point, they will be completely blown away. It's a really cool effect that's totally self-working there, so I definitely recommend you give this trick a try and to fool all of your spectators. I hope you enjoyed this one, guys. Just make sure you get the steps down when you're placing their card in, when you have the 4 different piles, and everything will run smoothly at that point. So that is the main part that you need to get down for this trick for it to work every time. Thank you for watching this video, guys. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you are new. We're on the road to 400,000. That's going to do it for me. Thanks for watching. Drop a like, and I will see you all in my next one. Peace out.